If you're seeing this, and I do believe it will be finding the right people at the right time, but as always my love, take it how it resonates and leave it how it does not. I felt the need to kind of sit here and make this video to remind anybody else that needs it. I have gone through this personal experience and it took me some time to actually work out how not okay this is. Now, I am all about loving people. I don't matter to me. I love you regardless. But you also have to understand that your emotional capacity and your love has to come with healthier boundaries. And with something that I've had to learn over the past few months is that the people closest to you, the people that you love the most, can sometimes be the ones who are the most jealous of you. And they allow that jealousy and that envy and that comparison to dictate how they treat you. And I just really want to make this reminder that that's not okay. I feel like a lot of people are not educated on the fact that feelings like jealousy and envy are actually just because you're inspired by someone. And if you can make that change in that understanding, you will actually see your relationship with that person become so much healthier, because instead of competing with them, even in silent or in an unconscious way, you bring it into the light of your conscious awareness and you go, oh, I'm really inspired by this person. And you know what? I'm going to transmute any jealousy and any envy into inspiration and actually engage with them through that lens. Now, I have experienced being on the receiving end of some of the people that were the most important people in my life at one point, revealing that they were jealous of me. Now, I'm a very sensitive and very gentle person. Absolute period. You ask anybody that knows me very, very well, I am a soft touch. Like, I'm a huge softie. And at first I was like, oh, do you know what? That's really sweet. And I understand it. But then I have delayed processing. And it took me a few months to understand that actually that wasn't okay. The fact that they were jealous of me and envious of me is one thing, but when you start piecing together that actually that changed and that transformed and that person allowed for that feeling to dictate how they treated me, they underplayed my achievements, they didn't cheer me on half as much as friends and family celebrated me for. And it's not about me being a Leo first house stellium and I need all the praise in the world. I kind of don't like being in the total spotlight. You know, I'm kind of okay being there for a bit, but not all the time. And I just want to remind anybody that's going through this experience, and I'm going to hold your hand, it is not healthy and it is not okay for people closest to you to let their envy and jealousy dictate how they treat you. If they underplay your achievements, if they don't make a fuss. Like, I'm sorry, if my friend's having a bad day, I will get them flowers, chocolates. I will write them a poem about how they're the most amazing person. And yet sometimes the closest people in your life, the most important people in your life, won't give you so much as a well done, or they won't like make a fuss or take you out to dinner. It's very, very basic things that we do for people that we love. And that's because people let things like jealousy and envy ruin friendships, they ruin relationships, they break down marriages. And I'm here to tell you that as much as we need to have compassion for those people, it does hurt you. It does hurt you to be on the receiving end of it, because you're here doing amazing things, and because you're such an amazing human being and you support everybody else, you just go, oh, well, that's what everybody's going to do with me. No, some people are so unhealthy and so unconsciously dictated by these kinds of emotions that they let it sabotage how they treat you. It's like I have so many memories, and I've had to work through it in my own healing journey, of when huge things would happen for me. I got mentioned in a Hayley Williams song. I worked with these amazing different brands. I've worked with Leica Studios and Heretic Parfum and all these different brands and all these amazing opportunities that I've had. And certain people's reactions at the time were just so underplayed and so basic that you would think that I'd told them like, oh, I've just made a bit of toast. And when that becomes a perpetual pattern, and not just that, I am very intuitive, and I feel like a lot of people underplay people who are intuitive. We can feel that you're holding back praise. We can feel your jealousy. We can feel your envy. And it's actually very disappointing, because not only are you holding back actually saying well done, I can actually feel where that's coming from. And when it comes from the most, at the time, most special people in your life, it makes you feel like you're just not appreciated, you know? And I don't really know how else to explain it, but I really just wanted to put this out there that I do have so much compassion. I used to be jealous and envious too, but I put two and two together and I educated myself. I did the healing work on myself. It is possible. And I went, you know what, maybe I'm jealous of that person's relationship from years ago, like in how it used to dictate how I behaved when I was like 15, 16 and crazy. And maybe I'm jealous because that's the kind of relationship I want, or that's the kind of person I would like to be. Like, I'm an Aries moon. I can be a bit of a wild child. And I really want to be more like that. And it's an inspiration. It should not be a source of division. And if you're allowing it to become a source of division, you have got some serious healing work to do, because that is going to hurt other people. And it's also going to hurt yourself, because typically you're going to end up pushing away people who only want the best for you. And it is a huge life lesson for me as well, in that if anybody, and I'm glad I have no one like that in my life now. It's all gone, bye-bye. But you have to cleanse yourself of people like that, because you realize that actually, if I have to start downplaying my achievements because your energy is just not it, you know, you're not just going to buy me flowers or get me a card or just do gestures just because, when my best friend's making me a little bread of loaf every week and my friends are sending me flowers because I'm having a difficult time. If you're not even bothered to do the bare minimum for me, cock, then we're not for each other. And it is quite simply, ladies and gentlemen, someone will show you how they're prepared to change for you, and if they're not, and what their capacity is. And I'm telling you, if anybody downplays your achievements, it's because they are jealous, and because they are letting their jealousy dictate envy and comparison over you, and that will damage your relationship if they don't get it in check. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And you just sometimes have to realize that this relationship is not worth it, because if I'm going to keep growing and evolving and getting better and succeeding and achieving, amen, like I'm going to keep growing, and you're just going to keep staying on that flat, dull tone of, yeah, that's great. Like, it's not about asking for the world. It's just asking for that reciprocal energy. If I make a fuss, you make a fuss in your own way. Maybe it's not in my way, but if people are not making a fuss in the way that they usually would for them, then it's because they're letting jealousy dictate the relationship with you. And honestly, if you made it to this rambly end of this video, I just pulled two cards from my tarot deck, and it's the 6 and the 7 of Wands. Literally, the 6 of Wands is about victory, success, and achievement, and being recognized and celebrated. And the 7 of Wands is about needing boundaries. Like, as you keep achieving, you are going to see how people treat you differently. Sometimes because they're jealous, because they're in competition with you. And it's good to have some healthy competition. It's good to be inspired by someone and go, okay, well, I'm going to give that a try. But if it's coming from a malicious, like division-driven place, then you need to go heal yourself, because jealousy is such a killer. It's not just a mood killer, it's a friendship killer, it's a love killer, and it's a marriage killer. Like, it will ruin your relationships, and it will also ruin the relationship with yourself, because you seem to think that you don't have something that other people have, and that's just not true. You have the abilities that you have. It's like my mum always tells me what her mum told her, God rest her soul. You've got 2 arms, 2 legs. Stop complaining and get on with it and do something. Like, you're able-bodied, you know, you've got a brain in your head, you've got eyes in your head, you can see, you can read, you can write, you've got all the things going for you that you could possibly need, and you're basically bitching and complaining that you can't do anything. You're only holding yourself back, you know? And comparing yourself to other people, just not it. And it will ruin your relationships. So I just want to put that food for thought out there in a very long-winded, rambly way, because it is really important for some people to hear.